want to talk to you today about mental fatigue. It's coming up a lot in my coaching practice, and I thought it'd be helpful to tell you a little bit about it so that you understand it and maybe perhaps even recognise it in yourself, but also give you some helpful tips to take away that you can then use to help with your own levels of mental and physical fatigue. So what is it? It is that feeling you have when your brain is simply in overdrive. It's too much brain activity for a prolonged amount of time. Typically this time of the year you might be taking some annual leave, and due to current circumstances perhaps this is not possible, but we've all had an awful lot going on in addition to just our normal working professional lives. It leaves you feeling exhausted, unable to do very much, or perhaps it's affecting not just the level of productivity you have, but your effectiveness and your efficiency as well. It leads to anxiety and often to burnout. Some of the symptoms you might also recognise are forgetfulness and a lack of motivation, irritability, frustration, a loss of appetite, to name just a few. So why does it happen? For many of us, we're having to make a lot of decisions, lots of difficult decisions, and it feels perhaps that it's never ending, the amount that we are being required to do right now. Clutter. So that's physical and mental clutter. So the space that you're in, perhaps you're working from home, you're not working in your normal space in the office. So there's that feeling there's a lot going on around you. But also in terms of the headspace clutter, there isn't any space for actual sort of thinking and reflection, which is a really important part of life. Overcommitting to things. A lot of my clients have been telling me about how, because of reduced travel time, the working day is becoming longer, and this has been going on for a prolonged period of time, and this is having an effect on them. Avoidance, things that need to be done but are being avoided because they're difficult or they're uncomfortable. Procrastination, so putting things off. Actually, it takes a huge amount of energy to put things off. So ironically, it's a double whammy. Perfectionism, so if you recognise that you have perfectionist tendencies, so wanting to make sure that you get everything right, make the right decisions, do the best that you can, these can also have an impact as well, these character traits. So what can you do to help yourself? So stay as organised as possible. Lists often a great, simple but effective way of prioritising what you do. So you're putting your energy into the right things rather than too many things. There's a Japanese proverb I like to use in my coaching practice about eating your frog. So if the worst thing you're going to do in a day is eat your frog, do it first thing, get it over and done with. So again, in your work life, if there's something you just need to get done, do it, don't put it off, and you'll find that actually you achieve much more during the day, and that mental headspace is created for you. Be realistic about what you can achieve and take breaks. Give yourself permission to step away from what you're doing. And self-care, we talk about it a lot in today's world about mental well-being, but actually it's more difficult to do than perhaps we realise. So please do remember to put self-care at the top of your priority list. I hope this has been helpful, and if there's anything I can do to support you, please do get in touch.